Hi, Warriors. I want to talk about the US dollar yen to start with. We had a nice breakdown day. Happened late last week. I missed this call. Though I was short risk when this happened. S&Ps failed. They're bouncing today. And I think this could be a major failure here. It's a second lower high. So just to show you the daily to put it in perspective, that's a dollar, but let me go to the yen. Okay, so we peaked at 45, held this very important level at 38, and we're not able to make new highs. Looks like it's rolling over to me. If you want to know what my long-term objectives are, I think it's possible that we have equality in the end. We have something like this from here that initially is going to take you into some support in the low 130s, but could actually end up heading towards 120. If you're in the room, which I think you want to check in, I posted an entry on yen short today. I've already taken half off. It was up here on this bounce this morning, 42.40, and already have about 41 pips. Took 28, tightening up my stops. I think the dollar is going to also be in a corrected period until the inflation number. Very possible I drew some fibs for us to pull back to maybe this moving average 101.24. That's about 80 pips from here. Maybe a bit lower, 61.8 is going to come back down here at this reversal. But thinking that there's a decent pullback to correct this whole advance we had from 9.5. And this is going to be a pretty big buying opportunity should this happen. Don't be short gold from here with what the yen's going to do. I think we could rally to 1960, 1955, and don't be short silver here. That'll be a good short in gold. I think silver could rally back towards 24, maybe even 50 on this bout of dollar weakness, which will also be set off going into the inflation number of yields coming back in. So you had a nice little reversal in the 10-year on Friday right here. Looks a lot like the yen, doesn't it? And then we had this little pop here and we're coming off again. So looking for yields to come in. I believe the inflation data is on Thursday. Let's see. I do want to show you guys Apple because in one day, in a New York minute, like an earnings report, everything can change. And that's what happened. So you guys know I was early in Apple, short from here and short from here, didn't sell anymore at the top, but I have December puts. This looks like a broken stock. At least we'll see 170. And we'll know if this is more than just a correction if we ever take out 160. If that happens, we're going to 120, 115. So pretty negative signal. Let's see what kind of bounce we're going to get. Looks like only 60 cents. So Apple's in trouble. There's a worm inside of it. VIX is coming off with the S&Ps up about 18 here. The S&Ps right here. In fact, if you look at the 4-hour, I call this a graveyard save because look at where it held. Right on the 200 on the 4-hour time frame. So I don't know if we're going to rally back to here. I had sells at the 40 level, turned out to be a great day trade, no follow through. But eventually I'm looking for this moving average to be taken out and testing some very important support down here. Bigger picture, just like Apple broke its uptrend line, the uptrend line in the S&Ps all the way back from the March lows is coming in around 44.30. And then the wedge, for it to get back inside the wedge, it's going to take 43.70. I do believe that we are in a corrective period at the minimum, that the battleground is going to be 4,200. And I know there's going to be a lot of people buying breaks. If they bought it Friday, they feel like a genius. I don't think we're going to make a new high. We'll see. And if we do, I'm selling it. To me, it'd be a gift to get short if that happened. VIX put in a good week. Of course, it's down with the S&P is up 18. It's down a little bit, but as you can see, it got all the way back to 17. When you look at the weekly chart, it was a 2-week reversal, as was the S&Ps. I think that the VIX has potential to rally to 20 and then 27. And if we break out over 27, I'm looking for 48 to 50. So I think we're headed towards a time of higher volatility, especially in thinner markets until after Labor Day. Perfect opportunity for the bears to have a nice raid. So things that rally this week, I still think are going to be short sales. Let's just take a look. I drew some fibs on cable and euro to see where we could be a seller. Said not to chase it down here. Should still have your core position. Perhaps we're going to get a rally back towards 29.10 in cable. That would not disturb. I'm still looking for a lower high under the 130. Euro could rally maybe back towards 111, 110.50 while the dollar is correcting. This would also be a shorting opportunity. And I believe that's all I'm going to cover for today. Aussie rallying as well. This is not a bottom. And if you follow my work, you know why. That's a confirmed low. I'd be selling rallies back at 6.5. Remember last week, right before the RBA, I talked about selling Aussie at 67.40 and the high was 39.5. So that too was a nice trade. So basically you're going to see some book squaring into the inflation numbers later. There's some earnings out, but I think you have the drift. I'm participating in what's a correction in the dollar to the downside with, I believe, the major trend has shifted. So I'm going to be looking for buying opportunities, even though right now I'm currently short. I'll be out of my shorts before the inflation number and probably be looking for a buy. Maybe this correction takes a week and a half or so. So good hunting, everybody. I'll see you in the room. TradeGATEHub.com. Our sponsor is TradeView Markets. Don't just count your pips, count your blessings. I have an interview in 30 minutes with David Cervantes at Pinebrook Capital. Tune in for that. David's very optimistic on the economy. So I don't only bring in bears. So I'll see everyone in about a half an hour. Good hunting.